It's our Tuesday Live. Tuesday Lives are free, resource that we share every Tuesday on our YouTube channel so that we can get more people learning, all right, on different issues and different things. Remember that this is not a paid class, so please invite your family and your friends. It's free and accessible to all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Let me see you put a comment in the comment section and tell me that you can see me, all right, as we go on. Hi, Madu Reeves, I see you. Let's see you. Have put in the comment section. Today we're going to be having a conversation on 5 mistakes parents must avoid during the holiday. I've seen that the holiday is one time that parents just throw caution to the winds. And that's, the reason is simple. The reason is because quite a number of parents do not understand that the holiday is not a time to go structureless. But of course, many of the times, we just think that the holiday is, boom, we overindulge, we do all sorts and all of that, which is also one of the things that we are looking to correct. The holiday is a time where a lot of things are left to chance. It's during the holiday that children get molested. Mhm. It's during the holiday that children do get drowned in TVs. It's during the holiday that children do all sorts. In fact, I was telling someone that it was during the pandemic that I actually realized how pandemic it is when it comes to sex conversations. There were a lot of children going into masturbation. There were a lot of children going into porn. There were a lot of children, having sex at young ages. It was a result of the pandemic, the holiday. So the holiday is an era because it's a time where there is no structure. Now you see why there's quite a lot when it comes to the holiday. The holiday is a time where there's no structure. So everything goes, everything is just anyhow, whatever, and all of that. So if you're here, you're just joining me for the first time. Let me see your comment right in the comment section telling me that you're joining me for the first time. Let me see that conversation go on. Thank you for joining me. It is quite an exciting time. Remember to share this with your family and friends. I'm going to try to connect on our platforms, okay? Alrighty, so we're here. Okay, so we're going to go straight to the conversation. 77 persons already watching. Remember, you can always use the link on our YouTube channel to catch replays of this session. But it's usually better you're here live so that we don't pull it off, all right? So, 5 mistakes parents make during the holiday. Now, I've said earlier that the holiday is the time. Oh, put a hashtag. If this is your first time joining me, put a hashtag. Yay! People in the cathedral, let's celebrate the people that are just joining us for the first time. Amazing. Oh, see, a lot of first timers on Tuesday Live. All right, it's my first time Tuesday Live. Tuesday Live for here. So we'll call it the cathedral, right? So the cathedral, this is where service holds every Tuesday at 2 p.m. We've done this for the past 3 years. So I would, tell you what you need to do is to put a reminder Tuesday 2 p.m. Let it be your break, and you're here with me. Having my friend who is a banker tells me that every Tuesday break I spend it with you. I just get off my time and I sit in the Tuesday live class. So I said earlier that the holiday is a time where a lot of things are left to chance, and that's why if you think about it as a child, when you welcome in the name of the Lord, I'm actually totally cracked up. Hi, Nandibe, my brother in the Lord is here. I see you, sir. All right, so 5 mistakes. So if you think about it back then, it's during Christmas. I remember that it was during Christmas holiday where one of the relatives, my father had, and one of my father's relatives took my sister and I to one back place and showed us one black long penis, his holiday. Because the holiday is unstructured. The holiday have nothing. There's nothing to put in it. There's just, parents are not very intentional about the holiday. Okay, YouTube community, I see you guys, 115 people. Awesome. So there's no structure. So today I'm teaching you what you must do during the holiday so that the holiday doesn't become a mess. So that the holiday doesn't become a mess and you don't continue, what you've been doing all the while. We have a lot of first timers. Hey, we have a lot of first timers today. And I think that they are the people who are preparing to be at the TIP annual conference. Okay. So how exactly do you as a parent maximize the holiday? Before we get into that, let us talk about the mistakes that you're making. All right. Hi, Pali. I see you. Let us talk about the mistakes that you are making. Number one mistake that parents are making during the holiday is overindulgence. Overindulgence and giving up on structures. It's summer holiday now. It's the longest of all of the holidays in school time. The holiday is not the time to put everything to a stop. The holiday requires structure. The holiday requires that you put things in perspective. Anything you leave to chance does not, work. That's the truth. If you stumble on it, you will stumble out of it. So overindulging. So let me see someone put in the comment section. One mistake you make is overindulging. Or you say things like, oh, my children just came back from school. They've been struggling, suffering. Let's just allow them to watch TV from morning till night. You overindulge them. You tell them, oh, you don't need to do anything. You've worked hard for the school year. Just continue right here. And you just, you just give up on your structure. Now, in the academy, one of the things we teach parents is that you need structure in your parenting. And then a lot of parents in our academy actually have a good structure, a good structured system, all right, that they are running with. Now, I'm talking to the parents in our inner circle program. But I've realized that quite a number of them during the holiday get laxed because there's no plan for the holiday. The holiday just comes, all right? And you just find yourself in it. You just, dabble into it and boom, you continue. Okay? And, it can be, it's not something that parents pay attention to. So in that overindulging your children, they lose structures. They lose the skills that they're supposed to be learning. All right? The holiday must be easy, enjoyable, and educative. Okay? So you, the parent, should not be, I'm going to explain this as we go on. All right? So you must understand the things that you need to help your children do in this time. Don't overindulge them. Don't leave things to chance. That's one of the reasons we created the Ultimate Holiday Bundle. I'm going to talk about that, a later time. Quite a number of us have gotten the Ultimate Holiday Bundle and they started planning with it. All right. I have mine already printed out. Again, all right. I print it out every year because most of the printables are usable, right? We write inside it. So I printed mine again this year. I printed, 2 of it that we're going to be using to I've already created my structure for the holiday. So I'm not waiting for the holiday. We make plans. You make plans before you go to war. You don't go to war and make plans. Number 2, not maximizing the holiday. Not maximizing the holiday. I find out that quite a number of us don't maximize the holiday. The holiday is a good learning period. Now, there are 2 kinds of parents during the holiday. The ones that are extreme, right? Oh, you cannot do anything in the house. You need to go to school and learn. So they keep their children learning in school. So they maintain the structure that the school has. So they take their children back to summer lessons. They take their children, your children are, constantly doing English, maths, writing, doing, and all of that. That is an extreme. Then the other extreme that we also have are the parents, all right, who are just doing nothing. All right? They do nothing. Those 2 extreme has its consequences. So not maximizing the holiday, there's a way to maximize the holiday. I'm going to share with you as we go on. Remember to share this link with a family friend, the parent, someone you know that needs to understand how to deal with this holiday. Another mistake that parents make for the long holiday is not preparing for connection. Now, I say that one of the biggest times to create a connection strategy is during the holiday. There's a reason why the holiday is there. The holiday is actually created to help parents to be able to do quite a lot, with their children together. But what do you find? You find parents who are not even ready to be there during the holiday. So they just, send their children off. Already, parents are running around schools asking. I work with schools, quite a number of them. And the schools are telling me part of what we're saying to school is create fun things. Stop creating summer lessons where children are learning English, math, and coming back to school and all of that. They're saying these parents have nowhere to keep their children during the holiday. So the parents are actually harassing us. So the parents don't even make plans to connect. So there's no plan. There's absolutely no plan. All they do is, oh, it's holiday, kitty kitty. Then you're running, you're thinking, where should I keep my children? So for every holiday, you're thinking, maybe I should just send my children to grandma, so that I can just continue working and all of that. So you're working while your children are on long holidays. So there's no connection. You don't prepare for it. You don't do nothing. All right. And then the last one on the mistakes that, the fourth one on the mistakes that you're making is avoiding your children, which is also part of it. You avoid your children. Many parents during the holiday are looking for a way to run away from the home. So parents will rather work during the holiday than stay home. So I have a parent that I'm working with, and I told the parent, I asked her, why is your leave not during the long vacation? She said, no, 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 please, I will not rest. I want to take my leave when I will rest. Is that in the comment section? If there is a parent like that, let me see you in the comment section. I don't want this trouble. These children are a lot of trouble. It's just too much for me. I can't bear it. Have you shared this post? Let me see you comment in the comment section if you have shared this post so that people in your network would understand and would learn from you as well. All right. I want you to say in the comment section that you've done that, and then we'll continue because we're not getting into the real thing. Okay. What do you do? What must you do? Thank you, Etanura. What must you do? So we've shared the mistakes. We've shared the mistakes. All right. We've shared the mistakes and we want to. So the last mistake is not understanding that you must create a holiday that is easy, that is enjoyable, that is enjoyable and that is educative. Let me say that again. You must not understanding that you must create a holiday that is easy, that is enjoyable, that is educative. So your holiday must have the 3 E's. If the holiday isn't easy, you're screaming, these children have killed me. Just do an open school. If you're that parent, there's something wrong with your holiday. If you're that parent who thinks, the holiday is coming, is down, all right? And then you can share from my personal Facebook timeline is also streaming on that. Just find me and share from there. Thank you so much. And you find, enjoyable. The holiday is so tiring. You don't even. There's no fun. There's nothing. It's not enjoyable. You're tired. There's something wrong with that holiday. And at that holiday, your children cannot pick out the things that they've learned from that holiday. There is something wrong with that holiday. Now, when we say a holiday must be easy, all right? Yeah, if you're looking for where to share, copy the link, share on your stories, on Instagram, on WhatsApp status, get people to join us. When we started, by the way, we finished the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro last week. Is there any parent who was at Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro? Let me see your comment in the comment section. I have parents who paid for people to attend, and the people they paid for, came to actually buy things for them. So you might not even know who you will be saving by sharing this link because you don't even know who would need it, who would hear what will save their generation. All right. I was there. You see, can see the comment section buzzing, especially on our YouTube channel. I was there. It was something else. Parents are still buying replays for their friends. Parents are still sharing with their friends, telling their friends to come and get replays. I will advise you to get replay of that session. It was a 5 days of something else. All right. You cannot remain the same after sex educate your child like a pro. It's not possible. Parent got changed. The people they invited got changed. So when we say share, we are actually encouraging you to save people. All right? Because I know if I was like Ebuka said in that session, if it was Bob Risky now, all of us are following, sharing in millions and all of that. Share this. It's going to help someone. And that's why we're here, to help someone. If I keep all I know to myself, then it doesn't benefit anybody. And then people, struggle and suffer. What have I delivered to my world? Nothing. All right. I usually say that your change to the world might be talking to someone about a change. Your change to the world might be raising another person who can change the world. That might be the only change you offer to the world. So all of us are not going to be changing, things at a global level or at a national level. Change is change, even if it's one person, all right, that you are changing. All right, even if it's one person that you're changing. Amazing. I see the comments buzzing right in our comment section. So share, when we say share, so share, yes. Let your family, your friends get to know about parenting people, right? The more people know them, easier it is for you to also parent. All right, so let's go. So easy, I said that it must be easy. You, the parent, should not be pressured. You should not be pressured in this period. Neither should your children. Holiday in my, home, okay? Holiday in my, got 6 books in store in Abuja, reading the first one now. Oh, awesome. Holiday in my home is the sweetest time in my own home. We look forward to it. As the summer holiday is coming up, everybody in my house is excited because I am going to go on leave. My husband will. The children are going to be on vacation. Everybody is excited. There's a bubbling, preparations ongoing. It's easy. It's the easiest period in our lives because we have made it so. So enjoyable. Your children should look forward to long vacations. It should be fun. But it's what you put in, you get. It's not what you see, you get. It's what you put in, you get. That's what this conversation is about. It's what you put in, you get. All right? Well done to the parents on our YouTube community. Over 200 parents logged in live. Amazing. All right? And then it should be educative. It should be educative. You can keep your children learning during the holiday without the pressure of sending them to summer school and all of the pressure that you heap on your children in this period. Oh, you must learn. Oh, you must read your maths. Have you read your biology? Have you read? Your children can learn seamlessly without you having to do all of that. So let's move. All right? What must you do? How can you make them to learn while having fun? How can you get your children learning even while they're on holiday? Number one thing that you need to, all right, you need to do is that you need to be available. You must be available. I say that availability in parenting, it's no longer something that we can negotiate. So parents come to me and they say to me, oh, I'm very busy. Oh, what can I do? Is there any way I can, raise someone because I'm busy and do this and all of that? I usually tell them one thing. Time is the currency of destiny, and we create time for what is most important for us. So when I hear parents say, I don't have time for this parenting thing, all these classes that they do, all right, I don't know what it is, and I don't really have time. I'm a career person and all of that. It's good. We're all career people. We're all chasing a place in the peace of the global relevance. But I tell you something. I was listening to Nelson Mandela and he said, if I have put in 10% of whatever it is I did pursuing global relevance and putting it in how my children were raised, I would have been a happier man on my deathbed today. On my deathbed today. It's very important you understand when we say that you must be available, because time is the currency of destiny, and without time, you cannot shepherd any destiny at all. Now, childhood is short, and if you're not careful, you will miss out of it. Somebody was interviewing me, I think a newspaper or something, and they said, oh, do you ever say it and you think back and say, I wish my children, I wish I was able to, be there for my children when they were younger, maybe attend more school events. I said, no, I've never had any regrets in that line. I have always been available. I've been a banker before. I've worked for USAID for 10 years. I decided, it's a decision that my husband and I made to be available. It was a choice. All right. And I was telling, in that interview, I said we didn't miss, my husband and I, any school event, including PTA meetings. We were those parents that both parents were at PTA meeting, always. Because when the school starts, we get a school calendar and we tick off the times that we need to be available in school. All right. And the truth of the matter is, you need to create time. You need to create time. It's very important. Very, very important. You need to be available. Because one of the reasons why you also need to be available is that everybody is built on experiences. The experience everybody has is what they are built on. So you must fill their experience bank. Now, when a parent reached out to me and said, oh, my child is 13 and my child can't do nothing. I said to the parent, I blame the child. Is it that he has not been watching? No. I said to the parent, what experiences does your child have? See, we are all product of our experiences. What is your child experiencing? People exhibit from their experiences. Change is noiseless. Your child cannot create outside of their experiences. So it is your availability that creates these experiences. And that's what you're going to create for your child. So that's how you can control what they experience, by your being there. All right? Very important. You need to fill their experience back. It is what they experience that they will give back, because we are all product of our experiences. Be available. Number 2, you need to create plans and get content. Now, being available is one thing. Having a plan is another thing, and creating content. I have seen many parents who are available with nothing to do. They have nothing to offer. So you can be available and yet your children have zero experience, learn zero things. You need to create plans and you need to get content. Because availability without content is as bad as not being available. I have seen parents who are very available, stay-at-home dads, stay-at-home moms. And the truth of the matter is that they don't know what to do. So they're staying with their children. I tell people, I say, as busy as I am, 10 minutes spent with my children might be equal to your 10 hours, because you don't know what to do. But when you know what to do, it's not about the time spent and the length of it. It's about what you do with the time. See, time itself is useless without content. Time itself is useless without content. So when people say time heals everything, no, time, it doesn't heal anything. It's what you do with time. It's what you do with time that actually heals. So time is useless without content. So you can be sitting down with your child and your child learns nothing, experiences nothing, because it's lack of content. All right? Time is useless without content. So the time you spend, I see parents say, oh, I have time. All this thing they are preaching is not for me. They're for parents who are very busy. I have bankers in the inner circle who will match, in fact, who will dust parents who are stay-at-home mothers and stay-at-home fathers. I have generals in the military in the inner circle, in war front, who will match hands down fathers who have never traveled out of their home. It is content. It's not just time. Time is useless without content. So time in itself offers you nothing. So while you create time, you must create time with content. It's what you do with time. So I have time is what we do with the time. So when the parents get into our academy, part of what we tell them to do is to create a system of affirmation that says, I have time. Then we fill them in with a plan and with a content, so that it's not useless to them. So what you do, you want with your children, what do you want your children to learn? There is nothing you leave to chance that works. Nothing. It is seed time and harvest. Exchange. There's always exchange on what to learn. There is always exchange on what to learn. So it's all about exchange. You need to make plans even before the holiday starts. So even if you're spending 1 week with your children and that's what you can afford, it will make sense much more than the person who doesn't even go anywhere. Because you can be looking at your children like this and nothing will change. Meanwhile, you have time. So the only growth that can actually happen without you putting any thought or planning it is biological growth. All you need to do is to eat. Every other growth in the system, every other experience, you need to create it and you need to plan it. If you don't plan it, it stays there moping at you. That's why you wake up one day and, your child is 20 and you're wondering, this child is 20 and can do nothing. There's nothing left to chance that works. Stop chancing your parenting. Absolutely nothing. Now, this is what I mean by creating plans and getting content. Now, this is the content that we created for the holiday. I created it and have used it for years. All right? I created it. So 2 years ago, what I did 2 years ago was to go create a system that parents can also use to replicate. We called it the ultimate holiday bundle. Every parent in the inner circle understands what I'm saying. Before the holiday, we've already started charging the parents in the inner circle. That's a good thing about the inner circle. There's an accountability system. It helps you to build, even when you don't want to build. So you don't have a choice. So every parent right now in that system have started making plans for the holiday. Nothing left to chance. Where you're going to go, what you're going to do, and how you are going to actually spend your time. So we created the holiday bundle. The holiday bundle gives you access to different plans, different things that you can do. What are those different things that you can do in your parenting even during the holiday? What we have done, what we've been able to do, right? If you want to get the ultimate holiday bundle, I think it's been shared for you to get them. I'm going to put it, I think it's in the description, but I'm going to put it on my screen also, just in case you haven't gotten your copy. So what we did with the ultimate holiday bundle is I printed this. I showed you before, I've printed mine again. Now, there is something called creating real life experiences from devotional. So where we started from, I created something called a screen time checklist. So there's a plan for screen time. Now, when you leave your children watching TV all through, all right, that's not a plan. That's not a plan. Okay? You need to understand that you cannot keep your children watching TV all through. It's not a plan. It doesn't help them. I'm going to talk about screen time as we keep moving. So there's a plan here. The things that must be a checklist. The things that must have been, finished before your child can even watch. The plan is a stress reliever. Thank you so much, Oluwatosin. It relieves it. I've done the job for you. So normally you should think it through, but I've actually made it. It's my job to make it easy. All right. And then screen time checklist. It has what I call responsibility planner. Responsibility planner. So you plan responsibility. It has the name, the week. How do you plan the responsibility of each week? Now, you must understand that when it comes to parenting, it's about building skills that last and habits that transform, which is why we have also included in the planner something we call the habit checklist, the habit planner. So there's a habit planner in this planner. There's a habit planner. And then we also have, apart from the responsibility, we have the reading log. So what I do with my children, like I said, I've printed that this is for me. What I do with my children is that we have a summer reading system. So we have books. We're going to, we're going to bring all of the books that we're supposed to read for summer. So I have gotten some books. The children picked some when they were, home. When they come back, we're going to merge all of this together. And in that reading log, there's book title, there's author, there are pages. There are several things we do with this reading log. Last year, my children read the book read by their grandfather. Their grandfather writes. and had their grandfather, we called it summer book presentation season, like party, where they reviewed their grandfather's book in front of their grandfather, and the grandfather, had, some, they had some treats cooked for him and all of that. It was an amazing time. See, you can create fun. Your children are learning. My children read that book. It's 495 page. Small screens. Many parents that I'm talking to cannot read 100 pages. So my children have learned to focus, to actually get all of this, because we have been intentional about it, and not by forcing them or beating them to read. That's not how to teach a child to read. You teach them the skills to actually do them. Then we'll have the summer journal. The summer journal is my summer bucket list, indoor activities. My children usually will come up with a bucket list, what they want to do during summer. And then they put the activities, and then they tick it off as they keep concluding, on it. This same planner also have what we call the self-regulatory chart for children. Because we are very big on self-regulation, I do not believe any child should be hit to be corrected, anybody at all. So I know that is a lack of self-regulation that makes you to hit children, or lack of skills and all of that. So you build skills. Okay, so when you're faced with a particular problem, what did you do? So we have a self-regulatory chart, how to control emotions. It is there in that stuff, and you're teaching self-regulatory chart. And then you have a vacation packing items, because we do vacation every long time. So we have this, we create it. All right, so when they come, you ticket, what have you packed, bus ticket, air ticket, what, boarding pass and all of that, where to go, how to go, and all of that. So the children also use it to actually, I don't pack. I've stopped packing things for my children since they were 7. All right, 6. And they use their vacation packing items. They are always ticking off. So right now it's off the head. They've planned to do things. They've learned to do things on their own. Okay. And then you also have the vacation planner checklist, places to visit, things to do, meals. Then before I leave, miscellaneous. They are all in this planner. And then you have the weekly planner. You have the morning activities. You have the toddler schedule for your toddlers. You have your general holiday planner. You have the age-specific life items. You have the planner that even gives you access to the kind of books that you can read. I did the research myself. I don't copy and paste nothing. The movies that your children can do, all right, in different age groups, I put it together, watch those movies myself, put the lessons. So even before you and your children begin to, watch them, you already know the lessons. You already know what you're looking out for. And you're intentional about all of that move. So it's like this planner, we're giving it for you at 2K, but believe you me, I can't even, in fact, anytime I think about it, the parents who got it first were like, how can you sell this at 2K? I just want you to be able to create those plans. All right? I want you to be able to sit and create all of these systems, all right, for your parenting. And I want it available to as many parents as possible. This planner changes the game for you. But let's go. Let us see what it is that you can do as, you go on. I said you must be available. I said you must, create plans. And then I said you must make summer reading list. I already listed for you that there's a summer reading list. One of the things we did was my children reading a book by Coach Etimaome. It's called Maintain Your White. It's on sex conversation. My children read that book. And because I have access to Coach Itima, I brought her in. So you can pay someone, bring them in, do review, make it fun. All right. And we put in a lot of fun activities. The children were able to ask the author questions, and it was fun. You can do things like that and create a fun system in your home. All right. You can organize. Part of the fun for this holiday for us is having the children and their friends spend about a few days in my home. And there's a plan of what they will be doing. It's part of the plan for summer. My husband and I are going to be home. I'm going to be leading them, through it. So the holiday planner, if you think, oh, what are they even doing and all of that, you are the one missing, not me, because I have my holiday plan put together. The parents in the inner circle understand exactly what I'm doing. what I'm saying, all right? The next thing you want to do is you need to travel. Take your children on educational trip. When I say travel, please, I'm not talking about going anywhere outside. Travel can be you taking your children on an educational trip within your city. Okay? Travel is one of the things that actually changes the mindset of your children. From the planning, to the, if you're asking me how you can get a planner, please look at the screenshot it, and pay directly. Or please use the link, all right? Use the link. There is a link right on the, there's a link in the description of this video. All right, description of this video, and you will see it right there. Okay, you can either pay directly or you use that link. That link helps you to get it, to get it straight. So if you want to get that bundle, you can just send it, all of that, to this. I've also shared it right right on the conversation. Okay, and I've pinned the message right on the comment. So if you're just coming in, you will see the link where you can click directly and it takes you to buy the planner. All right, so take your children on an educational trip. Now, I have been privy to travel quite a lot, and I've worked for the US government for a while before I started this. And one of the things that I would learn, and I've also traveled vacations, when we travel vacation, one of the things I have seen is how our value system is built in the things that we do, both outside of the country, both within the country. Now, many of the times when parents travel with their children, the only thing that is on their plan is shopping. We take a lot of money, Nigerians especially. I know that non-Nigerians watch me. Africans, we take a lot of money, get into these countries, and we spend these monies. You go to museums, you don't find Africans in museums. You don't find Black people. This actually collaborates in what I keep saying about our value system. So it's all about clothes. It's all about the things we want to buy. It's all about the things we want to see, and all of that. Nobody thinks, because it's not planned. Nobody's thinking about educational trips. Nobody's thinking about what the children can learn during this travel. See, travel is education. My father taught us that the most powerful education you can have is travel. And that is the truth. See, forget all these English and maths your children are learning in school. If you can, take your children from Nasarawa to Abuja. If you can, take your children from Abuja to Lagos. If you can, take your children from Abuja to your village. There's so much to learn in all of this period. Take them, and so instead of shopping in your travel, I'm not saying that shopping is bad. Please don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that if that is all you do, there's something wrong with that trip. All right? It should be easy, enjoyable, and educative. All right? It has to be incorporative travel. Now, number 5, you can hone their math skills. Now, in the Ultimate Holiday Bundle, we created what we call the apps, the relevant apps and YouTube channels that your children can use in this period. Now, one of the things that we did is to create something that we call, math apps. You will see them in that holiday bundle. The relevant math app that you can use, all right, that your children can use to hone their math skills. Math is one thing that research have shown that after long holidays, children come back to school and struggle with mathematics. So one of the things that we did throughout primary school for my children is to hone math skills. My children never attended any summer school in any school. Never, ever. It didn't happen. And yet, my children are still early students, anywhere, anytime, any day. So no, you don't need to keep your children in school during the holiday. No, you don't. All right? You're actually exhausting them. So what we do is to build mathematics. So mathematics is not something that my children are afraid of. All right? In fact, my son is nicknamed the Math King. It's just because we paid attention to it. If you leave anything to chance, it's just going to be there. Okay? So you can use that to hone their math skills. You can use games to hone your children's math skills. They are learning and there's a game ongoing. Just imagine that. Think about it. It's fun, it's educative, and it's easy. Another thing that you can do for your children is to get them into summer camps. Now, when I talk about summer camps, I'm talking about physical summer camps. Maybe online, but I would, advise look for a physical summer camp, right? Even when we travel, we look for a summer camp that it shouldn't be more than a day too. All right. One of the things that you're testing is your child's ability to learn skills and also practice them, in those places. I'm talking about people who have teenagers, 13-year-olds or preteens, 10, 11, 12, and all of that. You can look for a camp where they can spend 2 days, 3 days, all right? Since my children turned 11, it's been part of our holiday program to put a 2-day camp where they can go off and learn something in that environment. Another thing that you can do, all right, is create a chore list. Inside this holiday bundle, there's something that is called chore list. So, during the holiday, I've seen quite a number of parents who their children don't do anything. All right. There's a chore list. It's you do the chore list. You do chores. Chores is an integral part of raising a child that must survive in these times. So you must pay attention to that. All this, I don't want my children to suffer what I suffered. I don't know what it is. I honestly do not know what it is. And then, I don't know where we get all of that from. So you can do that. Okay. I've talked about making summer reading lists. Go and get books. You see, I listen to parents and they say, oh, so after I pay this, will I now also buy books? I'm like, are you guys kidding me? And then somebody comes to me and says, if I buy books for my children, they usually tear it. That designer bag that you bought 5 years ago, are you still carrying it? I don't know about it. I like bags. I buy and they get this thing, you take them out. Abi, are you still driving the car that you bought 10 years ago? No, you're not. You have definitely, gotten a car, all right, another car and changed it. So it's important that we understand that we need to get this reading. Reading will help your children. Don't run away from it. Don't complain. Okay? Are you still here with me? Are you still listening to me? If you are, let me see your comments right in the comment section. Let me see your comment right in the comment section. Please, any summer camp in Lagos, you will need to ask the team mentors and get all of that together. All right. I do not know of anyone currently. I only know of a camp in Abuja. All right. That helps to build some of those skills. All right. Thank you. Another thing that you must do, all right? Another thing that you must do is that you must limit screen time. Your children don't learn skills to thrive on the screen. I'll say that again. Your children don't learn skills to thrive on the screen. The skills your child will need to survive in the 21st century is not on the screen. People tell me, someone actually told me, oh, the reason why I keep my toddler on the screen is that he's learning how to talk. That's a lie. Scientifically, children learn by communicating with human beings they can see, learn language. That's how they learn language. They don't learn on the screen. All right? They don't learn on the screen. Take your children out of that screen in that way. So you let me tell you, I will teach you how to use the screen. And that's one of the things that the holiday bundle did. The holiday bundle created the apps you can use. They created the movies you can use. That's what the holiday bundle did. All right? That's what the holiday bundle did. So you're not just putting your children endlessly in one useless cartoon that the child, there's nothing. So you need to limit the screen time of your children. The parents in the inner circle know that you cannot do, useless screen time. They know it's prohibited. It's a sin against the inner circle program. That your children are just on the screen. When you give your children alternatives to the screen, you open up their imagination and their creative mind. Let me say that again. When you give your children alternatives to the screen, you open up their imagination and their creative mind. So your children's imagination and creative mind dies on the other altar of, limitless screen time. When you put your children on limitless, you kill their ability to think. I was watching something of, a young boy from one village who created a Lamborghini. And, while I was looking at that, thing, I looked at this boy, the creativity in this Lamborghini with a paper, and then he powered it, created it with some machines and all of that, powered it with some batteries and all of that. And, it was amazing. Now, let me tell you why that could happen. It could happen, and I watched and I looked at the background, looked at everything. When he was being asked, what does he do? Does he watch TV? He said, no, he doesn't have TV. The guy can think because there's nothing taking away his ability to think. The screen takes away your ability to think. Quote me anywhere. And even takes away focus. Many of your children are battling with tantrum, doing all that because they are on the screen 24 hours, watching sensational cartoons. Watching sensational cartoons. That's the problem. All right. So you need to open up your children's imagination. Your children's creativity and imagination gets buried on the altar of unlimited screen time. When you leave your children on the screen, you create consumers, not creators. So what you teach your children, all right, what you teach your children when you put them in front of the TV watching cartoon, all right, is that they consume content. And that's the problem we have. They consume content. They don't create content. Children are being taught to consume, not to create. People said, oh, their children watch TV so that they can learn this and that. The screen doesn't let the mind of your child grow. The things that they watch, that's unintentional screen watching. Doesn't let the mind grow. You need to be able to make the screen work for you. This is why the media plan, in the academy is one of the key things that you own if you're an inner circle parent. You can't even work with me and you don't have a structured media plan that is working. It's not possible because you're going to put yourself in trouble and put your children in trouble as well. Go and look at the children, all right, that are constantly on the screen. They have behavioral issues. They have focus issues. And look at all of the children that are on social media, making noise and all of that on social media. Trust me, go and look at it. These children are just consumers. They can't create nothing. They don't know how to. See, I am very much for tech. I'm a very tech parent. I love tech. My children started creating PowerPoint at 6. They're not on social media. They will not be on social media until they can create. That's a rule. Until they can create. All right. So creativity is the things that you actually kill. You create consumers, you don't create creators. So if you're going to keep your children on the screen or put them on the screen, you need to make the screen work for you, not the other way around. We are putting our children, the screen is working against you because you don't know how to use the screen. So we have children who are social media savvy. Look at young children, your teenagers. All of them are social media savvy. They are not tech savvy. Even you, most of you are tech consumers. They're not tech creators. So consumption is what you're teaching by incessantly putting your children on screens without limits. You're creating consumption. So you need to create a system where your children begin to create. Most children who are on social media don't know what a cell is. They don't know what word is. They cannot navigate through no tech. If I'm going to do a session and I need to create PowerPoint presentations, my 11-year-old, my 12-year-old sits. They started doing that since 10. And I give them content and they create my PowerPoint. They give it to me sweet. I can't even create the kind of PowerPoint my son can create. Never. I can't even go near the kind of his tech navigation. I don't even know how. So that your children need to learn tech does not mean that they need to be consumers of tech. So your children would need to consume tech, yes, but they need to learn to create. All right? They need to learn to create. Okay. So you need to also, keep a summer journal. Now, one of the things that we've taken away from our children is the ability to think and to write. Now, what does the summer journal help you do? Now, we created the summer journal for you. So it's easy. All you need to do is to print out that planner. Give it to your children to journal. All right? Give it to your children to journal. So what you can do with the screen is to create a system for the screen that it works for you. Okay? And then create alternatives while you're also creating the screen. So the screen time, your children can do screen and use it to learn. However, it needs to still be limited. It needs to still be, put intentionally. All right? You must create time for them to do crafts. Part of our holiday preparation, all right, is that we put craft. We buy crafts, Lego crafts, these, that, things that they can, take their time. It helps your children be able to settle into think. Keep a summer journal. Articulation is a problem in our world today. Self-expression. Your children, if they don't learn how to self-express, they will have problem even in sex conversations. The people who are at Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, I took my time to explain how to teach self-expression. I won't bother with that now. All right? I won't bother with that now. How to actually do that. Somebody's asking, what do we mean by creating screen and alternative? You need to create intentional screen times and create alternatives to screens. Your children cannot watch screen without limits. There must be alternative to screens. And there must be intentional screen times. So in that planner, you can get the movie. So if the movie is 2 hours in a day, sometimes all the screen we do in my home is 2 hours and it's just a movie time. Sometimes all the screen we do is just watching Lion's Den, Dragon's Den. All right? That's all the screen we do. And Dragon's Den is an entrepreneurial, is an entrepreneurial program. It actually helps children to articulate, think business, think funding, think how things, actually run in the real world. All right? You need to create intentional screen times and alternatives to screen. What would be the alternative to screen? Or is the only thing your children have is just to watch screens? All right? Screens, like I said, limit focus. So even if your child is learning, somebody said my child learns how to sketch. It's good. But your child, if your child is on YouTube day in, day out, it will limit his focus no matter what he's learning. It doesn't matter. It's not just about what the child is learning. It's about the consumption, the time. It's very important. So even if your child is learning coding and is on the screen from morning till night, there is something wrong with it. So you need to put that in perspective. All right? And then I said you need to also get board games. These are all alternatives, all right, to screen. Where do you find these movies, DSTV or television? You can get on get on this what's it called? Get the summer, the holiday bundle. Those movies, some of them are on Netflix, some of them on YouTube. You can find them there. All right. I've recommended those movies. Part of what I did with the bundle is that I recommended we share the lessons that you learn from the movies, put in the things that you will see, all right, while you are also doing the movies, and then create a system where the movie is a time for you to teach. We don't understand the teachable moment. All right. I'm also sure that the parents in the inner circle understand, when I say teachable moment. There's a teachable moment. Okay, there's a teachable moment, and you must pay attention to that. So if your screen has turned to a moment where you can, use it, that's why I say your screen must work for you, not against you. So if you decide that, oh, it's holiday, my children they are learning something good on TV. So they're going to be on TV because your child is coding. Your child spends 6 hours because your child is coding. There is something wrong with that. It's not okay. So it's not about what the child is doing, it's about consumption time. How much is the time, spending, on that? So consumption time is very key. Get your children to go and see the world. All right? Get your children to go and see the world. One of the things that we do when we travel is that there are no screens for those number of days. And the children are extremely exposed to a lot. The skills that your children will need to thrive in the 21st century is not really on the screen. You learn it outside of the screen. You can use the screen to reinforce those skills, but they're not learned on the screen. We need to understand, some of these conversations because it helps you really. I've seen a parent who told me, my child, he's always coding and all of that. Today, we're dealing with a child who has social anxiety issues. He went to Canada, he couldn't cope. He's back, and we're dealing with it psychologically. See, when you leave these things, so I have a certification in distraction management. Distraction management is what is going to hit your children for keeping them on the screen incessantly in the next few years. And it's already happening. I remember this boy always on the screen. When you get it to the house, he's doing nothing else, just on the screen. And today, we are struggling. You will struggle. You will struggle. I have parents come to me daily. Their children in the university are not coping. They can't cope. They cannot. Your child won't cope. It's not a curse. It's the truth. Is the truth. And if your child isn't coping, when you come to me, like I always say, I'm not a cheap coach, I will charge you good money. All right? Very well. So the earlier you stop what can put you in trouble in the future, the better for you, really. I need you to understand, this, so that you don't, tomorrow you're struggling. See, children who are kept incessantly on the screen lack self-control, because they don't understand impulse control. So the screen is created to control, something. It's created to alter the way the brain develops. So it begins to alter the place in the brain that actually deals with impulse control. So when your child loses impulse, your child will do drugs, your child will do sex, your child will lose focus. See, doing drug is not a morality issue. It's not. It's not a question of my child is a good child. My child will not do drugs. If you were at sex educate your child like a pro, I'm sure you heard David. Your child can be good and do drugs. So it's not a morality issue. Some of these things are not really morality issues. Your child is, going to have premarital sex and all of that. It's not really it's not really a morality issue. It's not because the child is not engraved, the child have not been, I hear parents say, oh, it's because you really didn't teach the child in the way of the Lord. Scratch that. A child that you don't teach the relevant skills to survive will still go into trouble. I've seen born-again Christians who are a mess. It's because they are struggling with the basic skills that they should have learned. So your child will lack self-control. Your child, because it is natural, it's been inhibited. That's what is going to happen. And it's not fight. Like I always say, it's not, all these things that they're saying and all of that. We'll be here. We'll hear the news. Recently, my friend said to me, a parent came back to me to come and tell me, all these things that you've been saying, coach, is really true. I've been saying it for the past 3 years. And she said, coach, do you know, I saw it right in front of me. I usually say that parents who beat their children, at some point, their children will fight back. So this 16-year-old fought back the father, and the father was jittering. And he came and said, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it will happen. All right? Because you push, and then there will be a reaction. A child you put on the screen, you put it. Of course, a child is going to, because your child does not have the skill to be able to thrive in our world. Your child won't be able to settle in the world where they find themselves. The question will be, would your child really survive the world when they are not with you? All right? So the holiday bundle, it's all about putting everything in perspective. You can see that just getting this bundle changes your game. Just getting it changes your game. It solves, it actually gets into, puts into perspective all of the angles that I've shared here. The journaling, the chore, the responsibility, the travels, stop. I see parents of 10-year-olds, you want to travel, you're packing bag for your 10-year-old. Are you kidding? There is just something, there's just some things I hear, I'm like, really? And yet, you guys are the ones that are wielding cane, flogging children. Yet your children are not learning any skill. So you see, if you're not really teaching your child any skill and you're just, wielding the cane and running away with the cane and, jumping up and down, you will achieve nothing. You will achieve nothing. because your child needs to be skilled. And at the end of the day, you're just going to be, spoon-feeding the child. So there is a way. There's actually what to do. There's always what to do. There's always what to do better. All right. I'm going to, advise you to get the ultimate holiday bundle. If you're on Facebook, you can just you can see it on my screen. All you need to do is to put that ultimate holiday bundle and put it in the way. I am very sure parents in the inner circle already have created their, so you're late. So if you are still thinking, oh, when am I supposed to get the ultimate holiday bundle? When am I going to start doing, all of this? No, we've moved. We're not here. All right. So we're just offering you, the ultimate holiday bundle, the ultimate holiday bundle so that you can run with us. But finally, eventually, if you're going to create a solid plan that takes you from 0 to 18, you want to join the academy. That's where the meat of the matter is. Somebody said to me, the things you teach in the academy is just so much. Can you maybe come and teach us a bit? I can't even teach you. If I teach you one, you might get confused because it's a whole long process. All right. So we start planning. So for every holiday before it comes, there's a plan put together. What if you don't plan? If you don't plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Like they said. So you need to plan and put all of these things in perspective before the holiday even starts. I know that some countries already started summer holidays. And if you are in any of those countries, you can still use this. You can use this plan for toddlers. You can use this plan for children in teenagers. You can use this plan for children, preschoolers. You can use it for anybody. I've been using this plan for the past 11 years, 12 years. And it's still relevant till tomorrow. It's 2K, but if you snooze, we take it up after and you buy it for 10K. You know how it is. The sex educate your child like a pro replay is now 5K. It's no longer 2K like we launched it. So you snooze, you pay higher. I know hundreds of parents who paid 5K for sex education. And even at that 5K, it was worth more than 20K, 50K, name it. So it was still a giveaway. So even at 10K for the ultimate holiday bundle, it will still be a giveaway. All right? It will still be a giveaway, and I know. So if you want to get it, then it's fine. Good afternoon, please. I want to join the inner circle. I don't live in Nigeria. Is that possible? 100% possible. Where are our inner circle parents that are not Nigerians? Where are they? All right, so that they can tell you. We even have parents that are not Nigerians at all. We have Cameroonians. We have parents from Chad in the inner circle. We have Ghanaians. We have parents from the US. Name it. We have parents from all over. Then we have Nigerians who live all over, who are also in the inner circle. Australia, the Arabians, and all of that. Very possible. It's online. Very possible. So you get in, and then if you want to be part of the inner circle, look at the number that is scrolling or look at the number on the screen and send them a chat. All right? Send them a chat, and then you run with it. Okay? During the holiday, we hold the parents in the inner circle also accountable to see that they are delivering. All right? So if you join the inner circle for the next cohort, you get all of these privileges and even a lot much more. And then you get what they call the hot morning tea in the inner circle. The parents in the inner circle know what that means, all right? And where you are put and shaped together, all right? And then as you keep going. And for people who are asking me about camps in Abuja, you can reach out to me. I can share the one I know with you. That's Coach Etima, it runs one. I live in Ireland and I will really need to join. Martha, please join immediately. We have parents in the UK. In fact, how many percentage of the parents in the inner circle are in the UK? So, you can. How can we achieve an ultimate holiday as parents working 9 to 5 jobs? I work 9 to 5. My husband works 9 to 5. I run businesses. So, yes, you can. All right? You can. Do you have the ultimate holiday bundle? If you have it, then you can. Which bundle, Anjali, will help me in this yelling matter for correction? Go and get the book From Yelling to Calm. From Yelling to Calm, or you get the From Yelling to Calm challenge. From Yelling to Calm is a book you need if you're a yeller. It will help you. Connect to Correct. Start reading it. It will help you understand where I'm coming from. The discipline that works, you're always flogging a child. Go and read this. You don't know how to discipline a child. That's the problem. Sibling rivalry, your children are always fighting. This is what you need. Walking your child through puberty. Yes, your child is getting into puberty. Go and walk them through puberty. Get them to understand what they need to do. And then we'll have sex educate your child like a pro. All right. Sex, I don't think I have anyone on my table. I think the team will get me one. Sex educate your child like a pro. If you can also, it's not the same thing with the challenge. So they are different, stuff. So yes, which other question do I have here? No yelling challenge. Yes, you're gonna get into our store and seller. You'll see all of that product. Anything that is your parenting problem will have your solution. Yes, everything parenting. But you have issues with your teenagers, you have whatever it is. Does this bundle also work for 3-year-old? This bundle works for toddlers. This bundle works for toddlers. Yes, it does. All right. So this sex educate your child like a pro. The content is like a part you need to read before the sex educate your child like a pro challenge. So even if you went through the challenge, you need sex educate your child like a pro. This is volume 1. Volume 2 comes out, pretty soon. So what else? What other question do I have? What other question do I have? So you need to understand. I just bought 4 of your books. I have read 2 already. God bless you. Wow, Martha Igwe. That's awesome. Coach, I really need you to come speak in my church. Oh, send a chat, send an email to the intentional parents with the S at Gmail. Let's see if my time accommodates, and let's make sure that the timing is actually gives us room. Can we get these books in Lagos? Yes, you can get my books anywhere you are. If you're outside of Nigeria, go on Amazon, put Wendy Ologe. I'm the only Wendy Ologe in the world to bring out all of my books for you to buy. If you are in Lagos, make payments using the same account, find out how much the books cost, and you would pick up these books in Lagos, right in Lagos. You don't need to do anything. You can pick up same day. Didn't we see Sex Educate Challenge replace in your bio? Where can I find it? Oh, you can find Sex Educate Your Child replace. You can pay into this account, 5,000 naira, this account on the screen, and get Sex Educate Your Child replays. The replays are available. How do I get copies of your hard copy books? Pay. When you pay for them, you will pick up in your location. Wherever you are, you pick up. Owerri, Port Harcourt, wherever you will pick up. When is the next healing from parenting trauma? I saw that you had it in June. It's going to be June next year. All our courses run once in the year, and so you can get a replay of it. It will still work for you. Toddler mothers can relate with some of these ideas. You can relate absolutely. I've used this when my children were 0. My children started reading when they were toddlers. A few days ago, I saw that it was my daughter that read the valedictory speech from nursery school to primary school. You can teach your children to read, even if they're not reading full sentences. You can teach them. You can start reading to your children when they're in your stomach. That's when we started. So yes, there's nothing, out of place. Where can I get hard copy of your books in Abuja? I live in Abuja, Tayo. So yes, you can pay and come to our office to pick up, or you get delivery. If you are in Lagos, yes, there is delivery in Lagos. You can pay for delivery as well within Lagos. Everything you want, there is access to it. There is nothing you want about our books where you can get them. We're ready for you. You can get them anywhere. All right. Since going to summer camp is not right, please, I didn't say, someone else, can I send them to learn computer skills and fashion skills? You can send them to learn skills. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. They can learn skills, but create time, most importantly, for them to bond with you at home. All these books have changed my lives. Thank you. Oh, awesome. Summer camp in Enugu, I don't know any, Rolua. I do not know of any, and I would not recommend what I do not know or what I have not, gone to. I can only recommend the one in Abuja, run by Auntie Tima, and that's the only one I can recommend for now. If I have others I've reviewed, then I can do that. I want to be a teens coach. What should I do? You can enroll in our mentoring system. Our mentoring system, our mentoring system is a paid mentoring system. All right, paid, heavily paid. So you will want to reach out, and then we'll tell you what it entails. Where do I get these books? You get them in your location. You pay and you pick up. What pick up in Port Harcourt? Where? Newi, Owerri, Enugu, Bayelsa, name it. You will get the books. All right, Makurdi, you will get the books. All right. So these are the questions. I think we're done 10 minutes after. How can a working parent with no option of leave for the children through the holiday period. Get the ultimate holiday bundle. You can create time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes within your day, and make sure that you create a system that helps you bond with your children. You can do it. You can monitor. All right. If you were in the inner circle, I could have offered you the templates that we have. All right. But it's a template, exclusive template. Is there anything to do to help my 6-year-old who gets angry easily? You need to help your 6-year-old master their emotions. You need to, first of all, master your emotions. That's where you need to start from. If you master your emotions, then you can start teaching your 6-year-old. How do you master your emotions? Go and get a replay of our course, Becoming an Emotionally Intelligent Parent. It will help you set things right and then teach your 6-year-old. That's how to teach it. If you teach it without mastering your own emotions, you make a mess. There's nothing, it doesn't work that way. Parenting is about modeling first. All right. I think I have answered all of the questions. How come there are plenty questions today? Okay, I know why. There were many first timers. Oh my goodness. There were many first timers. All right. So yes, so you're 6 years old. So you need to start. See, the time to mend a lot of things is now cheesy. So if you haven't booked a slot to join the inner circle, do that now, because so we're almost getting to an emergency. How do I get your books in Benin City? The same thing. You pick up in Benin City. Well, pick up. Now I have birthday gift for my friends. They must read when Diologe's book. It's now left for them to renew more perfumes and cards. I need to find my feet. That's a good one, BC. Well done. In Worry, we have pick-up points. Can we start inner circle already? No, you can't. You wait. And if you miss it in December, you wait again for another December. All right? How much does it cost to mentor someone on parenting? Send us an email. I will tell you how much it costs. I ordered from Abuja. Well done, BC. Please, can I get this holiday plan and print it myself? Yes. The holiday plan is not hard copy, please. Hard copy. The holiday plan is printables. I printed mine. It's not hard copy, please. And the person who is talking about toddler, there's a toddler schedule right on the holiday planner. So you have a 2-year-old is even for you more than you can imagine. All right. You print it. I printed mine. All right. They are all printables. Can I get them on DSTV? You can get them on Netflix. Sometimes they show them on DSTV. Some of them we watch on DSTV. You can also get them on YouTube. In fact, I have booked for a slot since after the challenge last week. Awesome, cheesy. See you in the inner circle soon. All right. The movies in the planner, yes, you can get them online. You can get them. You can get them. Look for them. Look for them. Do you want me to bring the movie to you to your house? It's okay. You can pay me. Pay me $1 million. I will come to your house and come and do the whole process for you. All right. I thought I'll move into your house, Seth, at this rate, because it's as if you guys want me to bring the movie, Seth, and come and slot it in for you. All right. So I think that we're going to call it a day today. Thank you for joining me again and again. And I hope that we're able to answer your questions. All right. We're here every Tuesday, 2 p.m. consistently. All right. That's one thing that we're known for in the TIP Academy. We're very extremely consistent and accountable to the process that we have built. All right, coach, calm down, please. How do I get the holiday bundle? Okay, now my sister is asking me. Oh my goodness. All right, so send a chat to this, and then you will get it. All right. Well done, sis. I wish I could just move into your house with my kids. No. Pay me to move into your house. If you pay me, I myself will move into your house. Don't move into my house, please. All right, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'm a first timer too. Oh, Martha, that's an awesome one. Thank you to all the first timers. We're here every Tuesday. You're going to learn a lot. All right, being in the academy, I would advise you. All right, apart from just getting tips here and there, get yourself into the process of the academy. It's going to help you move you from zero. So everything I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be looking off until you get into the academy. It pieces it all together. All right, pieces all together. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Parenting is not a joke. No, parenting is not for loafers. If you're a loafer, you loaf away. I can't wait to start my parenting journey in the TIP. Welcome, well done. Thank you, everybody. It's been an awesome Tuesday. But for the record, it's not like I smile like this in the inner circle, like this. But I smile once in a while, yeah. Just that you need to do the work. All right, thank you, guys. I really, really enjoyed myself today. I've done 15 minutes extra. All right, Tuesdays have always been awesome. God bless you, senior. Hi, I can see people calling me senior. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tone it down before they think I'm one old woman. Oh my goodness. Well done, everybody. Well done for being here. Thank you, sis. Am I to print one each for the child? It depends now. It depends. Look at the planner. When you look at the planner, you will know how you're going to do it. Please, now help my ministry. If you're going to be asking me all of these questions one on one, each hour you spend with me is about $100, right? 50,000 to 100,000, about 100 or to $200, depending on what it is. So I've given you today. I've given you like $200 free. So pity me. Pity me. All right. Linda Nabo, senior with honor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I can see a lot of my juniors from secondary school, and a lot of my seniors as well from secondary school. Thank you, guys. I don't take it for granted. People say that a prophet does not have honor in their home. No, that's not my case. My sister is here. My mom is here. My siblings listen to me. My friends, close family friends, and all of that. I've just something that I don't take for granted. I do appreciate every single one of you. See you guys, and see you for those of you who have booked a slot in the inner circle. See you, and see you next week for the TIB annual conference. My goodness, I didn't talk about the annual conference. Do not miss the annual conference. Make sure you've registered. It is a 7 days back to back. All right, 7 days back to back. All right, let's see you. Thank you so much, everybody, and see you again next Monday. So there's no Tuesday live next week. It is TIP Shiloh, TIP Parenting Shiloh. We call it the Parenting Shiloh. You're going to learn. It will amaze you, the things you will learn. And, and it is free. Florence, the yard people say I should be coming to the yard. People have exhausted their coach. They don't want their coach exhausted. These inner circle parents are not nice. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, everybody. And if you have more questions, reach out to me. Pay $100 or $200 to book a slot for one-on-one, and then I would listen to your parenting problems and solve it. Trust me. Until you get into the inner circle, for now, want to do a one-on-one, you pay me, and it's a good feeling. Yeah. All right, see you guys. I think I've played a lot today. Let's see you next week on Monday. Have an amazing day. The web address and email to contact TIP, the intentional parents at gmail.com with the S. The intentional parents at gmail.com. All right, thank you. I can send me a chat directly and I would answer you. Thank you, everybody, and have a good day.